Well, friends, social media is all abuzz today with news of NASA astronaut Scott Kelly taking a picture and tweeting it from space that supposedly depicts what some people are saying might be a UFO. And here's just some of the news coverage. Many legitimate news sources, all the different outlets are covering it. People are sharing it and tweeting it and retweeting it. And it's just a bit crazy, especially if you have any knowledge of basic photo manipulation tools. Now, don't get me wrong, I am confident that there's a high likelihood that we are not alone in this universe, and I would love to find out eventually that there are other civilizations on other planets. But this is not one of those examples. This is a little bit ridiculous. So let me just show you. Here's the original tweet from Scott Kelly's page. And if I click and look at the picture, what they're saying, this is over India, and they're saying that this cigar-shaped object up here is supposedly a spacecraft. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll right-click, we'll save this image. I'm going to put it here in this folder called TweetPic. We'll save. Now we'll go to Photoshop. We'll open up that folder. There we go, TweetPic. Grab the picture. Now here we are. There's a supposed object. Now some very basic tools here. I'm going to go to Image. Let's go to Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, just for starters. Let me move this out of the way. If I just bump up the brightness quite a bit, you're starting to see something up there at the top. We'll pull the bring the contrast out a bit. And now let's do one more thing. Let's go to Adjustments again. Go to Levels. And let's see. Let's go a little bit lighter. There we go. Let's pull our output out a little bit. There we go. That's a bit too much. And our mids. There we go. Now you can clearly see along the top a huge section of some kind of object, of which this supposed UFO, this cigar-shaped object, is simply a reflection on whatever this large object is. And even if you look at the original, in fact, let's go back and see the original. There we go. So there's the original. Even there, it looks like a reflection. We just don't know what of. So now if I jump back to where we were, you can tell it's a reflection on something much larger. So what could that larger thing be? Well, let's actually take a look at the space station. Here we go. And here's some pictures of the International Space Station. What you're seeing here in this center part here, this is the cupola, which was added a couple years ago, recently installed. And each one of these panels here is a window that opens. Here's a view of not long after they brought it up there and installed it, when it's covered with insulating blankets. But you notice what's all around? There's these arms, there's other pieces, there's these solar panels. Here we go, nice view of the cupola with the windows open, and you can see where the astronauts are able to take pictures out of these windows. And what do we see all around? Lots of other pieces of the space station. Last picture here, perfect example of what we're probably seeing in that picture. And it's this array right here, which is a reflective surface, and it's just off to the top. And if you compare that with our Photoshop pic, it looks just like a perfectly flat line like that, with a reflection from, obviously, either from the ship itself or perhaps even from Earth. I'm not really sure on that. But let's go back and look one more time. There we go. And that's what I think it probably is. Bottom line is, it is clearly not a UFO, and it is not alien. Now, whether it's this exact part of the ship or something else, that's open to modification. But let's quit with the conspiracy theories. Let's stop throwing out ideas about aliens from other planets. I'm all for that, but this one is not even remotely close to being possibly that. We're just wasting precious time focusing on that when we could be looking at other things and actually researching. How about that? And given the actual dynamics of the space station, here's a far more plausible explanation.